Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome to the Enough Said podcast. We are all fired up tonight. You know what night it is. NFL draft, baby. We're ready to go. And anybody who knows us knows we're going to have a lot to say, especially, I don't have anything to say with Howie, guys. You know me. I mean, come on. So, welcome to season 3, episode number 15. This is it for the season, guys. You believe he made it through a third season. This is it, gentlemen.
Crazy, man. We went back. I can remember season 1 like it was last week. Season 1, episode 1. Mr. Dre with his Jalen Hurts.
That's right. Oh, man.
Now look at us.
I know, right?
3 years older.
Mike, we're ready to go. Mike's going to be joining us in a minute, so he'll pop in, guys. Just hang tight. And we just wanted to get things started because we know all you guys are waiting out there, so we wanted to get things rolling here. As always, you know what to do. Follow us, hit the subscribe button on YouTube, or you can just email us enoughsaidcrew@gmail.com. So with that being said, man, let's get right into it. So let me introduce these guys. I'm going to say, let's start with this guy first. He thinks Howie Roseman is really keen. You know who I'm talking about, Jermaine. He thinks Howie Roseman is really keen. If he keeps it up, I'm going to step on his chest like Draymond Green. Give it up for Jermaine, everybody.
What up, Jermaine? Where's my foot supposed to go?
If you watched the video, we were laughing at that the other week. The three of us, man.
That was hilarious.
What did he get? 1 game? Is that what he got?
Yeah, he got 1 game. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
No, he did. Yeah, he did get 1 game. Yeah, he got 1 game. Yeah. The
man.
King, Howie Roseman, baby. Yes.
All right, and this second guy, this man is getting so old, he just can't do any more reps. His ankle gives out just going down the steps. Say hi to Trey, everybody.
Yeah, what up, man? What up?
That bum ankle.
That's what happens when you get old, man. Come on.
You fell down the steps again?
Over.
What? You fell down the steps again, Dre?
Yeah, I fell down the steps again. Yeah. Every morning.
But what I don't hear from you in the morning, man?
Oh, man.
Just take that Advil, man.
Oh, my God.
What up, Hef?
What's up, Dre? What's up, buddy?
Blessed Up Podcast.
Man.
Hef is in the chat. What up, Hef?
What up, Hef?
Hef is in the house. Hef, I was going to introduce you, man, because, some of the biggest busts in NFL history, you got to talk about your boy, RG Knee, or RG3, speaking of knees, right? So, don't be talking Hef, because your boy. You haven't had exactly a gem of a draft history here, you know what I mean? So, but anyway, so we got enough people joining us tonight. We'll get some more people in here. So let's get this thing started. So we were going to talk about these contracts. So, we had these big contracts, like, some of us were like, yeah, the contracts are right. Other of us were like, no, man, it's too much money. Like, when is enough is enough. So let's get started with this. So, Jermaine, let's start with you. These contracts, okay, 2 big ones, right? Jalen Hurts, Aaron Rodgers. What do you think, man? Too much? Like, are these guys overpaid? Is it getting out of control here in the NFL or what?
I mean, you see it coming. I mean, what? Yeah. You're not surprised? We was talking about this in season. We was talking about this on season 1. So. Not surprised. And, like we always, like we said, in the next, 2 to 3 years, somebody's going to hit that $1 billion mark. That's what's going to happen, Yeah. So I'm not surprised. You got to pay your players that's done for you. All right. Now, Aaron Rodgers, he just needs to go away. I mean, just like Tom Brady. Let's just go away. Look, you got 1 year, maybe 2. To get this right, you know what I mean, and walk off in the sunset with the Jets. You got a good young nucleus and whatnot. Okay, let's see what you could do. There's no more excuses, Aaron. All right, you can't be pointing the fingers and all that stuff. There's no more excuses. So But nah, I mean, we seen this coming. It's no surprise. That's why I was like, okay, you know what, 250 for Jalen. What we just found out about 260 with Lamar. So yeah, I mean, it's no surprise. And then you know what? Next week or two, it's going to keep going up because what? You still got Burrow out there, don't you? Burrow's got a something, doesn't it?
Yes, he does.
So Burrow's going to look at it it's like, yo, I'm 10 times better than Lamar. I mean, give me my money. So I'm looking at about $300 million.
Right.
You know? So, yeah.
So is it more, what I'm going to say, market driven than athletes' ability? Because I'm all happy for, you know, Jalen to get his money. Right. And I just use him as an example. It's like, you know, his first year, he came in. I mean, Sal and I, we all said, oh, he can't throw. Oh, he can't read plays. Oh, he can't do this. Well, to me, isn't that what a rookie does anyway when he comes to the NFL? Yeah, and then the second year, you know, he was, you know, improving. Yeah. And he showed that he can get us to the game, you know, to the big show.
Right.
Is it to me overpay? Because like that's a lot of money for just showing one improvement that you're supposed to show anyway as you're developing to become an NFL player.
Yeah.
So
all right. So let me ask you a question, guys.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do? All right. So I mean, you know, I've been reading the text threads that you guys, you know, going back and forth. It's like, oh, that's just way too much money. So what are you going to do? I mean, who else is out there? What money? What you're going to give him? Okay, well, he's still got to develop. I'm not going to sign. Then he's going to walk. He's going to get his money somewhere. You know, he's going to get his money somewhere else. You name me, you know, who do you want besides Jalen Hurts? Yes, that produced for 1 year, you know, but what I have seen in over the years since our quarterbacks, Donovan McNabb, the AJ Feelys, the Sam Bradfords, the Michael Vicks, he's got it. You know what I mean? The way he talks and all that stuff, he's a leader. And then what I'm looking at is the players' respect. They know he's a leader. You know what I mean? So it's not just about the athleticism, like you was talking about, Dre. It's not just that. It's what you bring to that locker room because it starts in the locker room. If you lose, the locker room's lost. You might as well just forget it.
Yeah,
that's true.
You look at the management. You know, management it's got to say, yeah, well, yeah, this is what I see. You know, this is what I see, and everything. So. But yeah, it definitely starts in the locker room. It don't just say, oh, yeah, well, you know, Jalen did this for 1 year and whatnot. No, it goes more behind the scenes that we don't know about.
Right.
So,
right.
You know, so they're not stupid. That's just my opinion, you know? So,
it's just over the years, I just was like seeing like, wow, like we look at baseball, right? They've been doing those $102 million contracts over the last 10, 15 years. You know what I mean? Like you remember when A-Rod, when he was playing, look how much money he was getting those $300 million contract.
Yeah, when he went to the Yankees,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Yankees. So, like Hef saying, it takes a lot to get the show, let alone win it. So yeah, I get it. I get it, but I just don't want to see us going, you know, 2-15.
I don't think you're going to do in the contract. And you know, when I was trying to tell Knucklehead Sal, and you don't want to listen because how he did this, how he did that, he ruined this. It's a contract friendly. I don't know the whole details and everything, but the way they're saying is that. Remember we was talking about it last week, Sal. You better be glad that Jalen took this and not waited for Lamar. You know what I mean? Say if Lamar would have got it or Joe Burrow would have got it, you'd have sat and wait. And it's like, oh, okay, well, all right, I did this, I did that. And yeah, now you're probably talking about over $300 million. Then you really would, like I said, you're having a heart attack.
The contract's definitely front loaded. The end 2 years are going to be paying Jalen over $50 million per year. That's a huge cap hit. That's over 20% of their salary cap. That's
all right, so
huge.
But who's to say that contract is not going to be restructured when like down the line, like in the next 2 or 3 years?
Carson Wentz's was.
Huh?
Yeah,
Carson Wentz's was.
That's true. That's true.
That's my fear, man. Like, Do I think Jalen's Carson Wentz? I hope not. I don't think so. But
Nah,
we were saying that Wentz was God because he had all those wins. He rolled up like what 11 wins that season, and we're like, this
Right.
guy is it. And
But yeah,
boom.
we saying
Right.
it's it, but you gotta look.
Yeah.
I can see you can look in this man's eyes. This man wants to win. You know what I mean? And I
Sure,
heard the
yeah.
interview on WIP, and he's basically saying money's good, but championships are better.
Right.
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So you
yeah.
the way you talk, and I know you got to back it up on the field. You know what I mean? You got to stay in that mode for you know what I mean because everybody's looking at you now. You're the second highest paid in the NFL history and whatnot. Everybody's looking. Everybody's looking, and the pressure's going. But I think he can handle it because if you look at Alabama and when he with the Oklahoma and all that stuff, how Alabama messed him all up and whatnot. You know what I mean? Setting them down and whatnot. He's got a chip on his shoulder. You know what I mean? Just like with Tom Brady. Tom Brady feels though what? I think that he didn't go in the 6th round. He didn't want to go in the 6th. He had a chip on his shoulder. So remember the wide receiver Jefferson.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna make all of y'all pay for passing me up. And look what he's doing, tearing everything up, man. You know, so that's the way I see it.
And it's kind of like add on what Hef is saying here. Can he possibly come back and play bad this year? I mean, what do y'all
anything
think?
is possible.
Yeah,
anything's possible. Anything is possible.
And
but
after he got after getting paid,
right? Yeah, you're right.
We always see those players do that. Look at do that. They get paid and then they just. But all right, I'll just sit back.
That's when it comes down to the general manager, your boy. He's got to get it right because there's no way that Jalen Hurts can run 17 to 18 times this year and expect to, for this man to hold up. One, you got it, hopefully this Robinson guy is here. If you're going to go that route, if you're going to go with that guard, Stornowski or something like that, you know what I mean? He's an all-pro. I don't really want a guard. I really want that back, that dynamic back, or if it even is Austin Eckler, we get him in the trade, you know what I mean, doing this, doing the draft. Hey, that's the way I see it. You got to protect this man. You got $50 million that you need to protect, and now I'm with you. Howie better get it right, and he better hit it right for the next 2 years. He better
hit it right through the draft. You got to hit it through the draft because you can't get people through free agency anymore.
No more, not the big names. Yeah, not the big names. Yeah.
So he can't mess around. He's all in. He's all in.
Exactly. Yeah.
So real quick, guys, then we'll get back to this. I'm just looking here at the draft. So far, Seattle selected Witherspoon, cornerback. The Colts selected Anthony Richardson, quarterback from Florida. Houston selected Will Anderson from Alabama, who I know Howie loved. They said they really wanted that. So I guess that price tag was just too high for them to move up 7 spots to grab him. So right now Detroit's on the clock, it looks like. So we're just waiting. They got the Raiders after that, Atlanta, Chicago, and then the Eagles. So we got
as you can see, it is quarterback driven. I mean, 4 quarterbacks, one defensive guy. So
I mean, when did the last time that happened?
Oh man, I gotta go all the way back to I don't know, man. Jamarcus Russell. I don't.
Yeah, it's been some years. It's been some years.
And remember Young and all of them, man. Like they were just a shopping cart of quarterbacks. Yeah. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, it is. But Houston, like we were saying before we came on the air, Houston blew this whole first round up. I mean, I think people are in panic mode, scrambling. So I think it's more to come. I think it's more fireworks to come, like you said.
There's been trades here. So I mean, Denver traded with Seattle, LA, Detroit, and Arizona were involved in this trade for number 6. So there's a bunch of stuff going on right now.
Well, Houston
because of Houston.
Houston definitely threw a monkey wrench.
Houston tore this up. Yeah.
They took the from the Colt, was it the Arizona? And Arizona went down. And Houston went back to back with a quarterback and an edge. So like they coming out to say, look, we straight up.
That's
crazy.
Yeah.
So
they were going for it, man. There's no question about it. And they got 2 top prospects. And I was looking, and again, it's scary when they say these guys are can't miss prospects, because whenever they say that, that's like the curse, I mean, but these guys are supposedly really solid. This is a really strong, top of the class. So apparently, and I mean, more power to him. Like you said, he's getting aggressive and they want to win. I mean, they've had enough and they got the salary cap room. So man, got to give him credit.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Hef
you got-
is like, what?
yeah, to me-
Hef is like, I can't believe it took Anthony Richardson.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah, I did. Yeah,
Yep.
taking that. Yeah, who's the coach? I forgot who's the coach. Who they hire?
For
The Colts?
the Colts, Strickland from the Eagles.
Yeah,
Strickland from the Eagles, remember?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's Steichen.
Yeah.
Steichen,
Steichen.
excuse me, Steichen.
I keep
Yeah,
calling him
Steichen,
Strickland.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Steichen.
We'll get it right. We just know he was the offensive coordinator from the Eagles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
We'll chime in here, when our pick comes
Yeah.
up, and then of course, Hef is a diehard Commander, so
Mhm.
Commodore.
Commodores.
Yeah.
So we'll chime back into that in a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll keep it on the side of the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Lamar Jackson, a little
Okay.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
this guy represented himself. Did he get it right? Did he do it fine? Was he smart? Doesn't have to pay an agent, negotiated for himself. Maybe he got, I don't know, maybe he paid somebody just to hear him out, get some ideas, give him some tips. But damn, man, this guy doesn't have to pay anybody now. It's all him.
Nah. I mean, what was it? 185 million fully guaranteed.
Fully guaranteed,
I mean,
185. You got it.
you dragged this out.
Mhm.
You drug this out. You could have had that before
Mhm.
Jalen signed his contract and stuff. So, yeah, like you said, maybe he reached out to somebody. I don't know. Maybe his mom said in his ear, just like, 'cause I know he's a mama's boy. So
Yeah.
he's like, look, just get the money. My bills are stacking up. Whatnot.
Yeah, I mean,
saying so.
like it seems like he knew what he was doing. I mean, he's trying to get that Jalen money. So
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he got it.
Yeah, he got it.
And then what do you do if you're Mahomes right now? Like, you look at these guys, you just won two.
I know.
You won two
Yeah.
Super Bowls. You're the MVP.
You won-
How
yeah.
many times? And now your contract looks like freaking
Stupid. It looks
yeah.
stupid.
It looks like Russell Wilson money. I mean,
Well, believe it or not,
Well,
Russell
we
Wilson got a lot from Denver.
yeah, he did.
And-
Yeah. Well, we all looked at that. We all looked at that Patrick Mahomes like, what? $500
Yeah.
million? And then we looked at it for 10 years. I know he's got to be sitting there. It's like, okay.
That's Kirk Cousins money. Come on.
Hey, Andy, we got to do something. You know what I'm saying?
So
Yeah.
yeah. Like Hef
Yeah.
said, man, Lamar must be doing something right.
Yeah.
Now, Mike.
He must have talked to Jalen's agent. That's what we talked to. You're like, yeah. Hey, miss, let me come holler at you.
all women.
What do I need to
all-women
do?
team
I'll give
now.
you 5% of what I
It's
get.
all-women
Tell me
team,
what
so
I
that's
need
awesome.
to do.
That's
Maybe
awesome.
Kiana was his agent. Maybe Key was his agent.
Yeah.
We got to get her back on the show, by the way, guys. And get her
Ravens
back
have
Yeah,
the
yeah.
worst quarterback out of Burrow, Hurts, Mahomes, and Herbert. Where does he seriously rank? You know what? I totally agree with you, and he ranks at the bottom.
I agree. I don't
Yeah.
see him above
But
any
you
of
know
them.
what?
I don't think he's any of
I'm
them.
not-
Hey, the dude can
I'm not
run
giving
and all
up
that,
on-
but I had this argument with Mike. He just can't. He's not accurate.
Mhm.
I'm not giving up on him.
Yeah.
Once he gets a receiver, and I think Baltimore is going to do something. Like I said, Lamar has talent.
Oh,
He
no
does.
question, he does.
I just
but-
want to see, and Odell Beckham is not the answer. I don't know what they did and all that stuff. Now, you want to talk about somebody being overpaid? You know what I mean? That's ridiculous.
Yeah. That dude.
Come on,
yeah.
man. Yeah, you've been out of the league for the whole year. You got a torn knee
Mhm.
and whatnot. So, Odell's not the answer, but I want to see what they do because you still got Mark Andrews. You still need somebody on that other side.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to see what they do. So,
Man. Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but I think, one of the things that you have to look it's with these contracts, what percentage, are the players' salaries increasing compared to what the salary cap is increasing too, right? Because now all of a
Yeah.
sudden the salary cap might not increase as much as you think, and you're paying these guys a huge amount. It's almost like your salaries don't keep up with the inflation. So,
Yeah.
I mean, these teams got to think about this. They're throwing out these big contracts. When you start getting 20 or 30%, a player taking up 20, 30% of your salary cap, that's going to tick a lot of people off in the locker room too. So, I mean, that's another thing to take into consideration,
Well,
So,
I'm looking at the TV revenues. I'm paying Jalen Hurts'
yeah.
contract. And I'm probably paying Lamar's contract. You know what I mean?
mhm.
Because with DirecTV and I got that NFL package, so I'm getting tired. They're pretty much catching up to me because I'm going all the way up top to get the discount off the NFL package. So they're just
Man.
like, look, this is the last year we're doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I usually get that price cut in half. I said, this is ridiculous. I said, I've been with y'all for like 10 years and y'all want to sit up here and do this? So I'll keep going up to the top. Like, yeah, we're paying for all this.
Yeah.
Some of us are paying for this contract and stuff,
Yeah.
all this revenue.
Think about it. Like millions of people watch the NFL. Even if it's $20, they're getting 20 million. Yeah. I mean, come on. And it's more than that. I mean,
Yeah.
And then what are you paying for like Amazon Plus now to watch games on Thursday night? They're getting a cut of that.
Yeah, Amazon. I mean, that's true.
And if I'm going to pay for Amazon Prime, my girl Kay better be on there. That's all I'm saying, And now she's not even on there, So
I told you to stop.
Man,
just let that go, bro. Let it go. It's over, dude.
Man,
it's over, man.
You can't. Don't hurt a man's hope. All
right. Well, look. Dre got you something for Christmas.
I know.
Send it over. All right. So that's the closest thing you're gonna get, bro. All right.
Hey, man. Look. If I would have played wide receiver for the Patriots, I would have been all right. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I mean? So, man. What happened to Mike? I mean, the dude's texting us here. Why doesn't he get in here? What's he doing?
Oh, he's still texting.
Yeah, like what's he doing, man?
I don't know.
I'm ready to talk some 49ers smack. This guy.
Mike, did you man with your 7? What is it? Those picks, not the regular picks.
They're all compensatory, but he's got. You see all those picks? They got like 10. They got like 10 compensation picks. Like, what is going on?
They try to roll the dice.
Yeah, they didn't even have a pick in the first 3 rounds. The third round is literally all compensation picks. Like, did you see that link I sent today, Dre?
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah,
I was like, what is this?
I'm looking, I'm just laughing. I said,
like,
this is a joke.
Yeah.
And then y'all talking about Trey Lance ain't going anywhere. Okay.
What's up?
Yo, he heard me. He heard me.
I mean,
Talk you up. That's what it was.
Man. And driving. I don't know what you're
My bad, guys.
What's up?
What's up? Not much. How y'all guys doing?
Yeah.
Good, man.
This is perfect timing because I'll introduce Mike because I had the opening thing. And my thing for him was going to be getting the deficit under control is one tough trick. The only thing higher is the amount of the 49ers compensation picks. That was going to be my introduction for Mike.
Yeah, a lot of picks. Second, third round, third, fourth round, yeah.
You would have had like 1 or 2 picks if it wasn't for that. You guys don't even draft until Saturday. Not in there until Saturday. And that's what the compensation pick.
Yeah, no, they pick tomorrow night, third round.
Okay, yeah, third round. That's right. Third round tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Oh my god.
So they're not even in the house. That's what it sounds like, right? They're not even.
Yeah,
there.
they're sleeping.
They're
sleeping. Yeah, that's what
they're not gonna first round pick for another year or two.
Phones in the war room are off.
So we already talked about the contracts, Mike. We went back and forth on that a little bit. We were talking about Rodgers and all those guys. Any thoughts on that before we move on to the next thing and talk about some of our like bust and boom players in the last couple of drafts or anything like that? Yeah. What do you got?
On the Rodgers thing, I'll be honest, I'm not that excited about it. It's just, Rodgers is a good quarterback. I definitely think it makes that team better than what they were, but it's so much competition in the AFC, even in that division, even that it's going to be a tough fight. I don't think it automatically guarantees they're in the playoffs or deep in the playoffs. It's the move I guess they had to make, but they're probably like a 1-year rental kind of thing, and I don't know if that's a 1-year rental that gets you to the Super Bowl. Like when the Rams kind of like were renting players, you kind of feel like, all right, that's like a Super Bowl bound team. Like they really could do it, but just don't feel like it. Maybe I don't know enough about the Jets players, but I don't feel like that's a Super Bowl team.
Well, who are they going to beat? Are they going to beat the Bengals? Are they going to beat the Chiefs? Are they? You know what I mean? Like who are the Jets going to beat? I don't see them beating any of those guys, right?
They got to beat the Bills.
Right? The Bills, Miami. So I don't know, man. Like, I don't see them beating any one of those people. So,
they have a chance. They beat teams last year, so they're competitive, and they, with the quarterback play they had being subpar, they still, won games. It's just, It's tough, man. That whole conference now is loaded. It's almost like everything is flipped, where the NFC used to be the dominant conference, and now the AFC really is the conference that has all the top players.
Well, you know what? I mean, yeah, I hear you. So, do you think they have a chance to win the division? Are they in a division race?
Yeah. But I don't think they're going to run away with it. It's not like how the Eagles ran away with the East last year. You know, it's going to
I know. Yeah.
It's going to be interesting
it's tough.
How is he going to connect with the receivers? You know, it's a whole new kind of, it's all new. He's been in Green Bay his whole career.
Yep.
You know, look at Russell Wilson. He struggled, when he left Seattle. So it's going to be a question mark over top of that. Of how the Jets are going to do. I mean, the Jets defense is not bad, guys. I mean, that's
not at all. I mean, they were 4 draft picks last year. They shouldn't be bad.
Right? Yeah.
First round draft picks. I mean, they were loaded.
I'm defensive minded. That's why I said Super Bowl last year for this. But yeah, you're right, Mike. It's kind of cloudy.
I
mean,
I don't see him doing it. I don't.
He's got a good look. I feel as though he's got his boy Allen there. Garrett Wilson. So he's got a good. I guess he's got a good. Get a good rapport with Garrett Wilson and stuff. So, and then you got a running game. I mean, that 3-headed monster. I mean, if Breece Hall can come back from that knee injury, and then that Zonovan guy, he did good as well. So, and I forgot what that other back is, but look, before you came on, Mike, I just said, look, he better hit it and don't be pointing fingers. You know what I mean? Because this is, they brought you in here to not, I guess, to save the New York Jets organization or what? You know what I mean? So
but he's going to point fingers. I mean, he's been doing it for years, so if things don't work out, he's going to have something to say that's going to kind of roll Rob Saleh under the bus. And the other thing I thought was interesting is, they kind of went out and got Nathaniel Hackett. They kind of get all these pieces in place to make Rodgers feel comfortable. They get his old offensive coordinator that he liked. But I don't know if that guy's any good as an offensive coordinator. I mean, even in Green Bay, it wasn't like it was that dynamic. And Matt LaFleur, the coach of the Packers, he himself was an offensive guy. So who's to say that he wasn't really the one that was calling the offense and really making Rodgers, successful in Green Bay, and not really, Nathaniel Hackett. So he cleaned out in Denver, and Denver's offense wasn't real creative with Russell Wilson. And, Russell Wilson was struggling. I didn't see anything that looked, like Sean McVay kind of offense, or Shanahan. We were like, oh, that's innovative,
Right.
Don't bust on McGenius. Don't bust on McGenius now. Come on, man.
But those guys, that Shanahan coaching tree, everyone talks about that offense, and usually it works pretty well. But I don't know what Nathaniel Hackett's real credentials are as offensive coordinator. I don't know if he's really that good. And they brought him into Green Bay just to make Aaron Rodgers. I mean, in the Jets just to make him comfortable. But I don't know. I just don't feel like it's gonna work.
What are you saying? What are you saying? He can't hack it? Sorry. Sorry, I gotta go there.
He can't hack it.
All right, real quick, let's get caught up on the draft here. With the 6th pick, Cardinals selected Paris Johnson, offensive tackle, Ohio State. Tyree Wilson was picked by the Las Vegas Raiders from Texas Tech at number 7. Atlanta's pick is in. We're waiting for that. And then Chicago and then the Eagles, guys. We're getting there. Chicago's on the clock.
Looks like the Jalen Carter train.
It could be.
I think Atlanta. They was saying Atlanta was going after Robinson, Bijan Robinson. So
So Mike,
it looks like Jalen Carter.
Mike, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 1, 2, 3 quarterbacks in the corner. Like, it's quarterback heavy in the first four rounds.
I'm not surprised. I mean, that's kind of what everyone's been talking about, that there'll be 3, 4, 4 or 5 quarterbacks going in the first round. I was a little surprised, not too surprised, but a little surprised with Houston going with CJ. I know there was some clouds around him, just last minute, this whole deal with this S2 test that he didn't do too well on. And then, but they got their guy, and then they went back and got that number 3 pick. Which I was watching some mock drafts, and last night I was watching NFL draft mock draft, and the guy said the Texans were going to go and make a move to get back up to number 3 and draft another player. Sure enough, that's exactly what they did.
Exactly, man. I mean, C.J. Stroud, and then right behind that, man, Will Anderson. They came to they put the out on the cards on the table. Say we serious. So Houston was really trying to make a statement here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was good. I mean, they've been kind of trash, last 2 years in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
How they, the way they were drafting, the way they were building their teams,
right?
Players they were getting, and then how they treated the coaches. And so I'm glad that they are actually committed to DeMeco Ryans and making sure that he's got everything at least to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
What up, Lance?
Bryce needs a bigger hat.
What's up, Lance?
Yeah.
My co-worker joined in.
Said podcast, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks for joining us, man. And we appreciate it. We appreciate everybody who listens and checks us out. And we do this because you let us do this, like your comments, your support. So we appreciate everybody who jumps on here. So thank you for that. Yeah. And cool.
What do you think of Bryce as the number 1 pick? Do you think that was? I mean, it was kind of all predicted that he would be number 1, but do you really think he's the guy?
He's small. He's gonna. Can his body withstand it?
It's the same way they
compared money to these $400 million contracts. Why the hell not?
Yeah.
They compared him to Drew Brees and Doug Flutie and all that stuff. He's the same height as them. So, I mean, they had pretty good careers.
Was he 5'10"?
That's what they
I think he's 5'10".
Yeah, 5'10".
Yeah, barely.
The pick is in. Who's this, BJ?
We'll find out. I think whoever Atlanta picks, the Eagles will pick opposites. If they pick Bijan, Eagles are going to go.
They may go defense.
Let's see who it is. This is going to be a big pick to determine who the Eagles got. So, we'll find out in a second here. Jermaine knows who it is already because he's probably got it on TV. So, yeah.
Old man put his glasses on.
Yeah, he's looking.
Oh, I had to see this. Yeah.
All right, but while we're waiting,
you're loving the commentary. Appreciate that. Thank you.
I think it's 5'10", 198. I don't know. That 204 is suspect.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that is suspect.
Yeah,
the 5'10" is right though. I mean that's I mean Kyler Murray's short. I mean I think he struggles.
Yeah, that's why Kyler Murray can't snap the ball underneath the center because he's got to step 20 yards back to see what's going over the line.
That's why he doesn't.
That's his problem.
That's why he studies because he can't see the damn book. All right, let's talk about some of the best draft surprises in recent history. Let's talk about this, guys, because we've been kind of going around and round on this. I have
B.J. Robinson.
They did go that way. There it is. It's official
from Texas.
Yep, B.J. Robinson.
So, man, what if the Bears pick Jalen now? That means the Eagles.
I know.
Then now he's got to trade. He's got to trade out.
Trade out.
Move out. Yeah. Trade out, probably.
Yeah. You gotta trade out. Get more picks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. He'll trade out at that point. Wow, Bijan going to the Falcons.
Bijan.
Wow.
Watching Colin Murray and Russell Wilson play is painful. Yes.
Oh man. All I can say is if the Bears pick that defensive tackle from Georgia, oh my God, Howie is going to go nuts. So, oh man. All right. Anyway, so I'll start out. The biggest draft surprise in recent history, and I have two. I have for the Eagles, and I have overall. So for the Eagles, it's got to be Jordan Mailata, right? 7th round. This guy's turned into a monster, right? So
where we at? Most surprising?
Most surprising. Best draft surprise. Okay. So I have Jordan Mailata. Yeah. Overall, like I have Tom Brady, 199th, 6th round. I mean, I don't anybody else who you could say would be more of a surprise than that, right? The guy's a Hall of Famer. 7 Super Bowl rings? So that's who I have.
That's the GOAT all time.
I agree with you. Nobody knew.
Yeah. So Dre, who you got? Who you got Eagles wise and overall? Who you got?
So I agree with the Eagles, what you just said.
Mailata? All right.
Yeah. And like you said, Tom Brady, but let me back up one. Like, remember? Well, I'll put it like this. Remember when Phillip Rivers and
God,
and
Eli.
Eli, yep.
To me, like that was interesting because, like, Phillip Rivers. Well, no, it was Eli. He said he didn't want to go.
He
He
didn't
want to go
San
to,
Diego.
So
Nope.
to me, I thought that was interesting. And
which I seriously think was stupid. I mean, why would you go to New York in a cold? I'd rather go to a warm state, a warm city than a cold city.
Yeah.
So that's mine, man.
All right.
Yeah.
Mike, who you got?
Well, 49ers was I'm gonna go with Dre Greenlaw, linebacker.
Okay.
I remember when he got drafted, he was 5th round draft choice. And I just remember just seeing the film, and I was just thinking, man, this guy looks like a tackle machine, and he's gonna fit right in, and he has. He's playing at a Pro Bowl caliber level. He has some boneheaded plays, but he was definitely a big surprise. Definitely, it's a critical piece to that defense. Fred Warner is also kind of equally up there. Fred Warner was drafted as a 3rd round choice, and now he's a Pro Bowl linebacker, and a lot of people say he's one of the best in the league. So those guys were big surprises to me, just because they were later round picks that really turned out to be equal to like a 1st round pick.
All right. Well, nobody cares about the Niners. Go ahead, man. Let's move on.
That's what I'm saying. I was really about to yawn. Like,
Yeah.
All I heard was wah.
And Hef, I'm going to get to Brian Westbrook in a second because I have a story about him. So I'll get to him.
That was my guy.
Yeah.
That was my guy. I said, my most surprise was Brian Westbrook because when they drafted him, basically you had Deuce Staley and you still had Carell Buckhalter. Those are your 1-2 punches. It's like, okay, Brian Westbrook's going to come in and scat back. But guess what?
Yeah.
He took over.
That's right.
He took over.
Yeah, he did.
You know what I mean? So that was really surprising. He had a great career with Philadelphia.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like, wow.
Wow. I'll get to my Brian Westbrook story in a sec, but I wanted to get Mike back in here. Mike, we're fooling around with Mike, of course, the Niners. But overall, who'd you have, Mike?
I know.
I'm not.
Overall,
get another binky in bed for
my job as a host is to kind of tie this and kind of tame the chaos here, and try to like make some sort of like resemblance of this whole catastrophe of the show.
But to go overall until you block Brock Purdy, but
Brock Purdy.
He's in.
Future big surprise.
Eagles
pick is in.
Wow. Oh wait, hold on. Like, they moved up. Eagles moved up one spot.
They got Jalen Carter.
Yeah, they moved up, but they traded with the Bears. They were scared that the Bears were going to pick them.
The Bears who we thought they were. I mean, let them off the
hook. You want to crown them? Now you crown
them.
Damn, look at. Man,
wow.
Allen Robinson. Jesus.
Well, don't forget that running back from Georgia is going to be out there at 30. So he's just as good. He's not far behind.
You're right. Are good. Yeah.
They said it's running back heavy. So
the one thing about Robinson, he's got a lot of mileage on his tires. That's the one thing. He ran a lot. I mean, But all right, so Brock Purdy, is that your overall?
No, my serious overall. I was messing with you. My serious overall is probably Aaron Rodgers, honestly. That draft, when he got drafted, it was San Francisco had the number 1 pick, and it was between Alex Smith and Aaron Rodgers, and they went with Smith. Rodgers tumbled all the way to like 25th and went to Green Bay, and he sat behind Brett Favre and then got his chance, and here he is, one of the best, best in history. But Aaron Rodgers was my surprise.
Okay. All right, Jermaine, we got your Eagles overall with Westbrook, and then what about your overall?
Overall. All right, you know what? I'm just going to go early. I'm going to go recent. You got to look at it. What he done in the Super Bowl. He ran hard. He did get popped once as a running back for Kansas City. Isaiah Pacheco. Okay. I just feel as though that. The way he's running and they got him in the 6th round.
He was real late.
Wow. He was late. All right, hold on.
I thought you were going to say Trey Sermon for a minute. I was like, come on now.
Trey Sermon.
Jalen Carter. We got Jalen Carter.
Jalen Carter, the Eagles. All right.
From Georgia. Okay.
Georgia, man. Now we got two. What? Jordan Davis and Jalen.
Oh
Carter.
yeah, man. We trying to stuff that.
Stuffing that
Man,
run.
they wanted to play together.
Hey Dre,
Yeah.
stuffing that run in the pass heavy lead.
I know, right?
Yeah. You know they always go offensive and defensive line. Those guys wanted to play together. I think it's a smart pick. Some people think that Jalen Carter is actually better, the best defensive tackle in the draft. So
Really?
Yeah. Pacheco's a good one, Jermaine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But hey, maybe Eagles are going with Trey Sermon. Maybe they didn't want Bijan. They're happy with Sermon. You don't know.
It's early. They'll get some running backs.
They're happy with Sharp. They're happy with Sharp Penny. That's what.
Oh my God, man. Jesus, Penny.
So you guys think any wide receiver is going to go in this first round? Do you think the Bears?
Oh yeah, they'll get them.
Yeah.
They will.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So real quick, when did edge become a position?
I know. Like,
I've been looking at that.
I always say,
like,
is DN or linebacker? What is this edge nonsense now? You don't see that when you watch the games. They say, yeah, that guy's, he's on edge, but he's not listed as an edge. I mean, no idea where that came.
Right.
I don't know either. But what did Eagles have to give up for that 9th pick? I'd be curious to see.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Move up one spot.
Yeah,
I'm curious to see what they had to give up for that. But we'll have to keep an eye on that. If you see that Jermaine on the TV there, let us know, man.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Wow, Eagles got the 30th pick tonight.
Yeah,
they'll get. Hopefully, Jamar Gibbs from Alabama. Hopefully, he'll be there.
Yeah,
he should be there.
Yeah.
If not, your boy Dallas, your team's Dallas might get him because they're picking 26.
Oh yeah, and they want to get the Eagles back bad.
That's it.
Yeah. Oh my God, man.
Yeah.
All right. So real quick, Brian Westbrook. Then we'll get back to the biggest bust. So Brian Westbrook, I had never been to a college football game ever, and one day my sister got tickets and she said, "Yeah, let's go to the Villanova, game." And I'm like, "All right, cool." So I had no clue who he was. Right. All of a sudden, kickoff's going. I see this guy running. I'm like, this dude just looks like a whole step faster than everybody else. Like, just the way he cut. He looked like he was like just running circles around people. And then I'm like watching him just break tackles and run for long yardage. I'm like, there's something about this guy. And then it was Brian Westbrook. And you could just see he was just the head of. I mean, Villanova's Division II. He could have played Division I. I mean, this guy just tore it up. I mean, well, you're playing schools like James Madison, like Villanova did, but just to see him in college and the way he was just slicing through people like it was nothing was just so impressive. I mean, and then when you see that success in the NFL, it was a great thing. And so my sister and I got a chance to check him out when he was really young and before we knew who he was. And then we were like, oh, wow, that's pretty cool. Brian Westbrook actually is like a legit, running back, man. Yeah. So, and you can, I mean, these players, you can tell when they just have it. They're a step above everybody. They just, there's something about them. Like you said, maybe it's their leadership. Maybe it's just that extra arm strength or something like that. But they got it, man. There's no question on that.
Yeah, I think they nailed it. But just like you said, with this pick. Oh, sorry.
Wow.
Sorry,
whoa. Man.
That louder than my mouth?
It was up there.
What? I can't hear.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah, with that Westbrook thing, I mean, that was just a diamond in the rough. I was like, wow, 3rd round, hey, you can't beat that, man. Now he's a legend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, most definitely. I don't think you can Philly will never hit on that like that again.
Nah.
My opinion. Jeez.
Oh man.
Hats off to Andy with that. Still didn't get a damn Super Bowl, but yeah, we're good.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about the biggest bust. So Dre, who you got overall in the Eagles? The biggest bust.
Rager.
That's too easy, Dre. We all know about that.
Yep. Thanks, Howie. All right. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I would probably say
we didn't need Justin Jefferson. Don't worry. We didn't need him. So.
I was gonna go way back to Freddie Mitchell.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. All right.
real bad.
The one with the belt. Yeah, belt going around. Yeah,
FredEx.
Yeah, I agree.
And
FredEx.
then I think
That's
for
his
over,
name.
for overall, it's Jamarcus Russell.
Oh man, I forgot about that dude.
That was a complete.
Wow.
That was a
pretty-
complete
he was
waste.
bad.
Just a complete waste.
Bling.
He got a lot of money
Bling
too.
man.
That
Yes,
was
he
when
got
first
tons
round
of money
picks.
from Oakland.
That's
Yeah.
when the first
Man.
round, first quarterback, first round picks always got paid more than everybody else. Like
Yep.
used to get all the
Mhm.
big contracts until Sam Bradford, I think, was the last to get a big first round pick
Yep.
contract, and then they stopped that and switched it around.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's what I got,
Yeah.
man.
All right,
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Jermaine, who you got? Biggest bust.
Biggest bust. I mean, come on, man. The firefighter. All right, first round.
Danny
18,
Watkins.
19 pack.
Danny
18,
Watkins.
19 pack. We was literally clowned on national TV.
Oh,
They was
man.
trying to hold their laugh as like, yeah, and then they was just scrambling to try to figure out. It's like, okay, what's this guy
Yeah,
doing?
who is
Well,
he?
he was a firefighter last week. It's like, what the hell? The laughing stock. I'll never forget that. I mean, I think they was just like, we gotta go to commercial because they just wanted to just bust out laughing. Danny Watkins, the biggest bust right now, I think, in my opinion.
Man, Hef's taken my thunder. I'll get to him in a second half. So, but so all right. So I agree with you, man. That's oh my god, Danny Watkins. Jesus Christ,
a guard. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Guard. Come on, come on. Yeah, that was embarrassing. That was really...
Mike, who you got, man? Who you got?
Well, not because I pick at Niners. So for 49ers, I got Reuben Foster.
Okay.
Linebacker.
Man.
I mean, he was coming out of Alabama, he was one of the best linebackers, in college, and it was all kind of hype for him coming to San Francisco. And then he got hurt the first season, and then the second season, it was like, all right, we really got something. And then the domestic violence happened, and him he was gone. They cut him, and then Washington picked him up. And then Washington got all kind of flack for picking him up. And it was just like, is he even going to play for them? That was just, Reuben Foster was my pick.
Reuben Foster.
Did you say McDonald's happened? Is that what you said?
No, he had domestic violence issues. And so then he had that and some other stuff. And then they cut him, because I was kind of getting close to the Me Too thing, was just like, you can't have people on your team that beat on for women and stuff. It's like you got to cut them right away. And so they cut him, and then Washington picked them up, and then Washington called kind of flack. It was just like, how are you going to bring him on? He's hitting women and all kinds of stuff. And around, I think before Ron, the coach that was there before, had to deal with it. Jay, Gruden's brother, Jay Gruden, had to deal with it, and he was sitting there tap dancing. It's just like we're not sure we're gonna play him. It was a whole mess.
He's in your front office now, holding the draft picks, right? He's in your front office at Sanford.
Who?
Reuben Foster.
Oh yeah, no, right. You know who I actually looked it up. He actually plays for the USFL now.
Oh,
really?
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
I was looking it up. Because I was trying to remember if he played with Fred Warner or not. And he actually played with Bowman, and Bowman retired. And the first year was with Warner. And them two were supposed to be like a young dynamic duo, but that didn't work out. But and then overall, Zach Wilson, I think right now, I mean, that kid, I don't think he's ever coming back. Like ever.
I don't know. Okay.
How?
All right. I don't know. You sitting behind Aaron Rodgers. You know what I mean? I mean, Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. I mean, he has declined over the last few years and stuff. I don't know. I'm not giving up on Zach. Not yet. That's all. I mean, you got to be willing to learn and just sit back and see, how everything plays out, with Aaron and all that stuff. All I'm saying is I hope Aaron can be that. You're not going to be the quarterback for 4 or 5 years and whatnot. Right. I hope Aaron just gives him knowledge and all that stuff so he can just proceed on. Yeah, because he is heading in the wrong direction, so yeah, I'm not giving not yet, Mike. Not yet. Maybe next.
Yeah, bus status. Sorry, bus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, Mike. Coming from
Yeah,
Zach already for
I'm
bus
sorry.
status.
I don't see. You know, I hate to pick on
Aaron
him
can't teach
seeing.
anything
Yeah.
but how to roll
I
a
hate to pick on that spot, but
Oh, wow.
And sit in the dark room and
How to sit
smoke
in the
that
dark,
Yeah,
blunt.
that's what I was gonna
Yeah.
say.
Sit
He's
in
gonna
that dark room.
get in touch with his,
You say
with his
yeah.
inner being. Yeah, that's the only thing he wants. Zach Wilson trying to do people's
God.
moms and whatnot.
I hear you,
Damn.
Lance. Yes.
That's right, man. That's right.
But yeah, no, I think Zach Wilson just, you know, it kind of reminds me a little bit of a Washington quarterback, and that was Patrick Ramsey, who got thrown in there and got shell shocked early, and he never recovered from that. Like, no matter how much coaching you gave him, he always just felt the footsteps coming, you know, and the damage was done early. And I think Zach is kind of the same way. The damage got done early. I don't think he's going to recover from that, no matter how much coaching and influence and love he gets from Aaron Rodgers. I just think he's damaged goods, man. It just happens. But we'll see. You know, I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to go back to my all-time biggest, but I was looking and I was just doing some research. I said, I remember this guy, man. This guy was huge, and they said he was going to take over the NFL. That lineman from Green Bay, Tony Mandry.
Oh God,
yeah.
Yeah, man.
He was on steroids, wasn't he?
What?
He had steroids and then got kicked out because of that.
Yeah, he might have.
Yeah.
But I said, this man is huge.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, you know. But
there's a whole 30 for 30 on that guy and the whole thing he went to. I think when he got flushed out the league, I thought he got in illegal trouble too. I think he did. I have to look at that story again. But yeah, Tony Manning, he's an all time. Yeah,
that was a first round. I think it was a first round pick. Wasn't it number one pick?
Yeah,
maybe one or two. Green Bay did that.
He was up there. I think he was. I just remember there was a lot of hype around him.
Yeah.
Well, my biggest bust, I got two overall on the Eagles. So Eagles, like everybody said, I don't think there's any question. Jalen Reagor, and Danny Watkins is probably a close tie. But overall, we didn't mention this guy yet. I have a tie for overall too. Ryan Leaf. Remember this guy?
My God.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
I mean,
mental case.
God, right there, and then RG Knee. I mean, this guy. They gave up. They gave up the farm for him. They gave up the farm for him. And
hold on, and Ryan and what's his name? In his defense, all right. What's his name?
What?
What's his name? Anyway, now, in his defense, okay. RG3, I'll never forget that playoff game. His knee was busted up. Why would Mike Shanahan put him in the game? That's what I'm saying. And that was his last game. He was done.
Mm-hmm.
He was done.
Yeah.
His knee went one way, his body went the other way. I said, why would you do something like that?
Yeah.
And I thought I had, mad respect for Mike Shanahan, but you kept him in there. Like he's gonna do something and come back. I forgot who they was playing, but it was crazy. It was crazy.
That was over in the end zone.
That was crazy.
But remember
he was
during
done
the draft,
after that.
They drafted Kirk Cousins and RG3 as a project experiment.
That was they should never did that. I think that was a bad sign from the start when they drafted two quarterbacks. It almost felt like the ownership wanted one guy and Shanahan wanted the other guy, and they just decided, well, we're going to put him out there and they'll get hurt so that we put the guy we really want. It almost felt like they always wanted Kirk Cousins and that they were trying to work out some kind of offense for Robert so that he could be successful. But I mean, he electrified the city, man. I mean, they loved RG3, man. That dude, was just Black Jesus, man. They were loving him.
Yeah.
He was a bust.
Remember, the Eagles did the same thing almost. Like they drafted, don't forget, Wentz was only a year before they drafted Jalen Hurts. So, I mean, that could have told you something. They knew. They drafted Hurts in the second round the year after they drafted Wentz. So, that tells us something. But
damage good. Damage good.
But the thing with Robert, I will say there was a lot that he did where you just can't say he was Mr. Innocent, man. I mean, him, hooking up with Snyder and, you would go to the press box with the owner. That didn't sit well with a lot of players, and the media jumped all over it too. And then the whole thing about I'm all in for week one and, Diamonds, make pressure and diamonds and stuff like that. It was a whole bunch of just stuff of RG3 that just got to a point where people was like, man, this guy is just it's too much drama, and then the whole franchise had drama to start with, and he just added on to it.
Yeah, man, look at this. You're getting some love here, Mike. I'm telling you, man.
Represent the
I'm in the market. You listen to the sports radio.
The cover. You mean the Commodore cover?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you live in this market, so I listen to sports radio, and then during that time, man, the sports radio in this market, all they did was talk negative about Washington. It was just always kind of like we're, a dog days franchise, and bad news bears. So they kind of like dwelled on that. So every year it's always like, okay, what's going to go wrong? So it's like RG is great, and then rumors start leaking out, and then they start just harping on that. And it's like, yeah, he's with the owner, he's doing this, he won't listen to Shanahan. He went to Shanahan and told him, I'm not a running quarterback, I want to be a pocket passer, you need to call these plays. And they're looking, I'm like, you're a running quarterback, you're not accurate.
That's right.
It was just so much drama,
I put Washington with Dallas. Yeah. I mean, they haven't won nothing since what, the 80s?
That's right.
Early 90s. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I'm sorry, Hef. I mean, y'all probably still like another 2 or 3 years out. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, RG had daddy issues. Yeah, he did.
All right, cool. Well, let's get people caught up real quick, and then we got one more thing to talk about before we wrap this thing up. So, Las Vegas Raiders, Tyree Wilson off the edge from Texas Tech. What is edge? We'll get more into that later. You're right, Mike. What the hell is it? Atlanta Falcons, obviously Bijan Robinson, running back from Texas. Eagles picked up Jalen Carter, defensive tackle from Georgia. Chicago Bears going with offensive line to Darnell Wright from Tennessee. Yeah. And Tennessee.
Okay, so wait a minute. So they switch. I wonder if Chicago was going to take Jalen Carter. They took an offensive line. I guess that was their B plan.
Guess what? Man, they took your running back, dude. Jamar Gibbs is gone from Alabama. Detroit just drafted him.
Detroit. Why does Detroit?
They got rid of Swift.
Yeah,
that's right. No, not Swift. They got Jamal Williams.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they got rid of him. And Swift is always injured.
Go back, like Hef said, Fields is getting killed, so they got to get somebody.
That's true. But okay, so that's still, you're not answering my question. Then why did they swap? Why did they swap picks with Chicago? Because Chicago is not.
Maybe they thought that Chicago was going to pick Carter for some reason. I don't know. So,
that's a question. That's a red flag because you're right, Dre. I mean, whoever said that, Mike.
Mike.
Fields is getting killed.
Hef said that. Yeah. So.
Hef is getting. Okay, Hef said it. Yeah. So why would you switch? You was going to get Jalen Carter if they was going to take an offensive lineman. That makes sense. Like you said, Fields is getting killed.
Yeah,
you're right.
Tennessee picked Peter. I don't even know how to say this guy's last name. Skoronski from
Skoronski.
Northwestern. Yeah. And then Detroit just picked Jamar Gibbs from Alabama.
Jeez, I don't know. Well, you know what's going to happen? Yeah. Howie's going out. He's not going to keep that 30.
He's going to trade out.
Yeah, he's going to trade out. Yeah, he's going to get draft capital. That's what's going to happen.
And there are some quarterbacks that are available that somebody might want to jump into the late first round. There's only been 3.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I was going to say I was surprised that the Titans didn't consider a quarterback. I mean, Tannehill's. They ain't that much time, and Malik Willis, he didn't look like he's going to be the guy. So I was surprised they didn't go ahead and get a quarterback. At this stage in the draft. True. I mean, Will Levis is still around, and I think another quarterback's still around. So
is Green Bay going for the first wide receiver in the first round being picked?
Well,
I would.
Yeah, they need to get him some weapons. So
they got to give Love some weapons, right? So
they got to give him some love.
You got to give him some love.
I would say this will be the first wide receiver off the clock. I mean, in the first.
Well, who's out there? I mean, it's not really a wide receiver heavy draft this year, is it? I mean, especially in the first round.
No, it's not. It's not a strong wide receiver.
Who's a stud out there?
There's not.
And if it's a stud, he dropped.
Yeah.
There is a receiver. I can't think. He's got a hyphenated last name. that I think is capable of being a first round, from what I understand. But yeah, this is not like last year where there was just receivers left and right going in the first round. This year, there's not a lot of receivers at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So most disappointing personally, I thought this was interesting. All right, I'll give you my overall, and you know who it's going to be.
Oh boy.
Howie. Most disappointing overall, Howie Roseman. Definitely, no question.
Next.
Eagles. and my thunder got stolen by half, and I agree with him. Nelson Aguilar was my most disappointing personally overall for the Eagles because they just kept hanging on to him. They wouldn't get rid of him. And then Danny Watkins was right behind. But Nelson Aguilar, they were not going to give up on him. And we just had to deal with that pain for years. So that's why I took that personally. You know how I feel about Howie, but, we'll see.
I don't know,
Dre,
man. He's smoking rocks. I don't know.
Most disappointing personally, Dre. What do you got?
Personally, like overall?
Yeah, overall, who you got?
Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. Jamarcus Russell keeps sticking in my head.
Okay, that's cool. And what about the Eagles?
I'm gonna say Carson Wentz.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, he's got to be up there.
Yeah.
No question about it. He's got to be up there. Man.
Mike, who you got?
Yeah.
I got two. One is Dante Pettis, who was a receiver the Niners took.
Okay.
That dude, I thought he was going to be like the guy, and he was a bum. And the other guy I got, unfortunately, and it could change, but my man Trey Lance right now, everything they gave it to him, and I'm still rooting for him to be the man, but I don't know what else.
Mike,
I don't know.
He was injured.
Mike, I'm serious. If they give up on Trey Lance, because y'all gave up the world to move up. To get that man.
Yeah.
I just
The reason we don't have a pick today is because of Trey.
But that's what I'm saying. But Sal, you look at it, you want to blame Howie and all that stuff. Look at Mike's position. They could possibly get rid of Trey Lance and rely on that Mr. Irrelevant Brock.
We did it with Wentz. We had to get rid of Wentz.
Huh?
We had to get rid of Wentz. We had to get rid of Sam Bradford. Sam Bradford.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, that wasn't Howie's fault. That was your boy Chips.
Yes and no. Howie was still involved.
Yeah.
But you're right. Chip definitely had a role in it, but Howie still had to approve it. He was still the GM.
Yeah.
But
man. Oh, Lance. Oh, yeah.
The Eagles suck. Damn. All right.
Lance, who is your team?
Yeah, Lance, talk to us, man. All right,
put it in there.
Trey actually, the connection with Trey actually might be to the Titans. Only because
that might be a good fit, Mike.
Only because Rand Carthon, who was the guy who was kind of responsible for getting Trey Lance and scouting him, is the GM now for the Titans. So there's always that talk of him getting traded there.
Lance, man, we're starting off with a bad foot, man, because my brother-in-law is a Steelers fan, so
my wife is a Steelers fan. I'm actually a Steelers fan. That's my AFC team. So,
Mike, I'm gonna have to,
that's a violation.
I'm gonna put you over here.
If they play each other, who I'm picking. But man, I like Tomlin, man. Tomlin is my guy, yo.
All right. So you can like Tomlin, but you don't need to like the Steelers, Mike. Come on, man.
Steelers suck.
Yeah,
the only thing the Steelers got is quarterbacks that can't drive a motorcycle and they keep killing themselves on the damn motorcycle. That's all the Steelers got.
The Packers took a defensive end.
No, it's called an edge.
Yeah. Van Ness. The guy's a beast, they say, from Iowa. He's supposedly really good.
Oh, Van Ness. Yeah, I heard of it.
I actually remember.
That's a good pick.
He's a beast.
It's a good pick.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, they value linebackers. The Green Bay has always valued linebackers.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
Clay Matthews.
Clay Matthews
and all that.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, Jermaine, biggest disappointment. What do you got?
Biggest disappointment with Philly. I got two, and this is crazy, man. DeMarco Murray.
Ooh.
All right. That was just.
I forgot. I remember him.
Man. DeMarco Murray comes over to Dallas. Yep. You thought he was going to do something. That's when Chip got rid of LaShawn.
Mm-hmm.
He got a little bit of LaShawn, and then that's when he picked up. And then when T.O. left, guess who we picked up?
Mm-hmm.
Dorial Beckman, Dorial Green.
Yeah.
Oh,
God.
Can you? But he was supposed to be the next T.O. Had his number and all that stuff. I was just like, oh my God, really?
Mm-hmm.
And then I think because I was really high on this guy when I was watching the draft and everything.
I remember
in the NFL. Yeah, well, I'm talking about for the whole NFL is Achilles Smith.
All right.
He was supposed to be something for Cincinnati. That quarterback.
Yeah, he was.
He was supposed to be something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's up there, Dre, with Jamarcus.
That's a good one, Jermaine.
That's a huge.
That's a good one, Jermaine. Yeah, that's you know.
Here we go with the typical trash talk. Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, Lance. Yeah, you got your 4 or 5, but how many years for that?
Yeah. When's the last time Pittsburgh was there, man?
Yeah. On your head. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed. That I even invited you. He was going to say all this. I like, damn.
Man.
We'll talk. We'll talk.
Oh man.
Marco Murray. Hef said he went to Tennessee, but he did go to Philly, right? Yeah,
he did.
Chip.
Who?
Yeah,
he was at Tennessee first.
Chip wouldn't run him, right? Wasn't that the whole like? Why'd you get him? Because he wouldn't run him. Like that was the point.
Well, in the South talking about administration for the Eagles, Chip Kelly was the worst coach we ever had in history. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, he
you know,
even
what's his name?
Yeah, he is.
What is his name?
What
is that guy's name back in the day?
Ray Rhodes, Rich Kotite.
Kotite.
There you go.
Kotite.
Kotite. You say Kotite is
Chip
worse
can't be
Chip?
Kotite. Yes, because at least Chip made the playoffs. You know,
but that was left over by Andy. I keep telling you that.
Okay, he still made the playoffs. I'm just saying.
Whatever.
Talking about
Kotite
playoffs,
man.
Kotite. Live and Learn Lifestyle said they going back. That's right. On their way to go back to another championship.
Yeah, that's right. I like who's Living Learning Lifestyle. We got to find out who she is. It looks like it's definitely a female. We can tell. So whoever that is, I like her already.
Wishes to them. Okay.
Yeah. Oh man.
We gotta get past Brock Purdy with a good arm.
Hey,
with the good arm.
All right. Hey, it's football, man. Defense went, like you said.
You know, it's funny. It's funny we talk about that, but Hassan Reddick actually was almost a bust. You know, he was drafted by the Cardinals, and they let him go when he resurrected himself.
That's right, Hef. He was awful.
Yeah,
because he was Carolina drafted him first, and then he went to Arizona, right?
Yeah, I think that's right. You're right. Yeah. And I think he was a first round pick. I think for Carolina.
Yeah, he might have been late first round, but you're right.
Some guys it just takes the right system, or just takes a couple years to get it. You know.
Yeah.
That's why y'all signing Carson Wentz this year. You know, back up Purdy.
That's it.
Dan Darnold,
quarterback.
The right system. The right system.
Dan Darnold was a first round quarterback. You know, but I tell you, the rumor right now, honestly, is because they always talk about San Francisco's defensive line coach is kind of like the D line whisperer. You know, like you go there and you get better. And so they're talking about Chase Young. You know, as the guy that might go out there and rehab his career because Washington. You know, kind of iffy on him right now. So that would be interesting to put him and Nick Bosa together.
Yeah. All right, well, let's wrap it up here, guys. Let me just come out. We'll get some final thoughts real quick. You can talk about the draft, talk about contracts, salaries, whatever. But what I want to say is that it has been a blast being with you guys for 3 seasons, man. Just the fact that we've done this for 3 seasons with how busy we all are. It's amazing, man. You know, so so thank you guys for 3 great seasons, man. This has been quite a great ride, man. And we're gonna keep this thing going. We're gonna start season 4 here. We're gonna get some new guests on, and everything is gonna be rolling. And we're excited about the new season coming up. So, Mike, what do you got, man?
Really the same thing, man. What you got, Dwayne?
No, go ahead.
Oh, Mike, no, I was just gonna say, definitely enjoy the show, definitely enjoy the season, and looking forward to do this, more and more. I do got one bold, crazy, out there, like Chris Rock smoking crack in New Jack City prediction. I'm talking out there. By the end of next season, the Green Bay Packers are gonna have a better record than the New York Jets.
Oh, okay.
Not a better team, just a better record. Because I think the Jets are going to have a hard time, and I think you actually will see that in the end, the Packers will end up better.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to play back this episode.
Right. You know where this is at. This is the last episode.
I called Jacksonville right, so I'm just saying.
Right. Oh, no question.
Squirrel can always find a nut.
Oh yeah.
No question. We'll definitely have you on, man.
Yeah, we'll get you on. Yeah, we're gonna get on the All Dressed Up podcast again too. I know we talked about getting back on there, and we got a minute, so if they'll, we'll get on there.
Yeah, shout out to my cousin. Miss Jackie's on the list. I see you.
Okay.
Appreciate you. Lance, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Billy fan all the way. That's what's up. Welcome to the Enough Said podcast.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's my baby cousin.
So, nice. Yeah. Well, welcome, man.
Yep.
So all right, cool. Dre, what do you got, man? Wrap it up, and then we got your main wrapping after that.
We'll keep on rolling, man. Bold predictions. I don't know. Jalen Hurts better be worth his $254 million.
Hey, how about this? Yeah. I mean, why don't you just not fall down the steps?
Yeah,
do something with that ankle, man.
Yeah, my basketball career is over.
I ain't talking about your basketball career. It was all good with that, but I'm talking about the stats, man. Come on,
man.
I get one of those
chairs.
One of those things.
Yeah.
What's the chair?
Oh, when you just
you see.
Oh man, he'll get one of those little rascal things when he goes food shopping. He drives around like in the cart,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's driving. Yeah, who's to say he's not doing that now? I don't. We're not around him. All of us is it Maryland, Atlanta, you in Philadelphia.
Yeah, man.
So we gotta talk to his wife. See what's going on. She'll tell it all.
Yeah, I can't drive from Philly to help him up. You know what I mean?
That's right. I said Jets won the Super Bowl last season. Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Oh man,
that was my messing around thing.
Jermaine, what do you got, man? Wrapping it up.
Hey man, it's been a blast. You know what I mean, and it's only going to get better. Keep continuing to what we're doing and all that stuff. I mean, it's look. The only way is looking up. We all stick together, man. I feel as though we got a great crew, man. So. We're getting this thing together, man. We're getting this thing together.
What up, Nikki?
Oh,
Dolphins fan.
Hey, my other cousin, my other baby cousin. What's up, Nikki?
Wow.
What's up, girl?
Dolphins.
What's going on in Georgia? How many cousins you got? What the heck's going on
that's in Jersey.
Okay. Real deal, man.
One's in Washington, one's in DC, over there by you, Mike, and then the other one's in Jersey.
All right, gotcha.
Look,
appreciate you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Jets on the clock right now.
And then
Dre, your team.
The Commodores, so maybe we'll close it out with the Commodores.
We got to wait around them.
Head fall out his chair. So.
Oh shoot! Yeah.
Can you imagine the screen bust?
Yeah.
Because he drafted another quarterback.
Man, oh god.
Riviera.
Oh,
there goes the boat.
Yeah, man. Oh, jeez. Hey, they got their one Super Bowl win against the Eagles this year. What do you want? You know what I mean? So,
oh boy, yeah. You couldn't say nothing to him at all, man. I was like, yeah, you got your Super Bowl win, and look at you. Look at you.
I got my bold prediction. Eagles go 4-12. Howie gets fired, and they trade Jalen Hurts. That's my prediction.
I thought mine was crazy.
I know, right? Gee whiz, man.
No, I'm messing around. So, Joe Jermaine, like Lance is, he's upset now. You just call him his cousin. He's honored. You know what I mean?
Did you call me a cousin?
Yeah.
But you know what? I will. To go against Mike.
Did I call you?
To go against Mike, I'm going to say San Fran is not going to win 10 games this year.
Oh man, he's coming hard at you, Mike.
They're not going to
win 11.
No. You're going to go the other way.
What's their schedule look like, Mike?
I don't know. We play you guys though.
Well, you lost already, so that's 0-1.
Yeah.
Oh man, I ain't talking trash.
Did you just call me a cousin?
All right, let's get caught up on the draft real quick here since we're waiting for that pick because we got to see what Hef wants to do with his team, man. All right, so we got Darnell Wright at number 10, offensive tackle from Tennessee. Peter Skoronski from Northwestern. Skoronski. All right, good Polish name, I assume. Polish? Yeah, maybe.
Hey.
Jahmyr Gibbs from Alabama, Detroit, number 12. Lucas Van Ness. Sounds like the guy should be doing a marathon or something. He's edge, surprisingly. Broderick
Sound like a
Jones.
drink. That's
Yeah. What are you drinking? I'm drinking a Van Ness. All right. Van Ness on the rocks. There you go.
Van Ness on the rocks. Yeah.
Broderick
fighter.
Jones, offensive tackle, Georgia, Pittsburgh, goes with, man, Lucas, like, come on. What is this, man? You know, Lance, Broderick Jones for Pittsburgh, offensive tackle from Georgia, man. I don't know, Lance. We'll have to see if this guy's any good. Pickett needs help. So he needs some protection, you know.
They really had a hard time running the ball. Najee Harris struggled to really find any holes.
Yeah, he
so
did.
If this guy can help.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
What are the Commanders taking?
They about to get on the clock?
Not yet. Jets are
They're
second.
I wonder what they're going to pick. I think they're going to take a tight end.
Tight end?
I think they're going to take a tight end.
Yeah, who is there? Yeah, Hef, who is their tight end? I didn't even know. Because you had that one guy, but he couldn't stay healthy because he kept getting concussions.
That's reaching though. A tight end in the first. I don't know. He's a monster.
Maybe
There's a tight end from Notre Dame that they talked about supposed to be really good. So I don't know. I could see them taking it. I don't know what else they need. I mean, I guess you always can use defense. Well, I guess we'll find out.
So, Hef,
yeah.
Who you taking?
Quarterback.
Let's see what he says, man.
They're on the Sam Howell train. They're not taking no quarterback.
All right, the Jets pick is in.
Hef's lighting up right now. Give him a minute. So.
Just in case, right?
Yeah.
Just in case.
Logan Thomas.
Oh, Logan Thomas. That's right.
Yeah.
He can't stay healthy. Hey, Hef, what was the one before him?
Mhm.
Well, Jordan Reed was the guy. Jordan
Reed
Reed was the guy.
Jordan Reed.
Jordan Reed kept
Jordan
getting
Reed.
all his concussions.
He always
kept getting concussions.
He was always hurt.
Yeah.
He would light it up
Bell
one
wrong.
game and then be hurt the next.
Yeah, he
was uncoverable at times, and then next thing you know, he's out injured. Like, dang.
I had him on my fantasy football team like 3 times, and I got so pissed off at that dude because every time, I mean, he kept getting killed. Like I drafted him high, thinking he's finally going to be healthy. He can't get hurt again, and he finally gets hurt again. So,
well, didn't he go to the 49ers?
He did. Yeah, he got hurt.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah, same problem.
Yeah.
There you go, Hef. Enjoy, brother. There you go, man.
Washington just trades out. Washington goes out of the first round.
Oh man, Hef's gonna need it after Washington's pick, man. He might need some alcohol too. So depending on.
I'm telling you, if our screen bust, it went all the way through our screens because he Hef threw a chair at his computer.
Man.
Hey, what was that? Everything crazy.
Yeah,
I think the interesting with Washington is you haven't heard much about the sale of the team lately. Like it seemed like it was a go, it was done, and I got quiet again. Like what's going on? You know, I mean, everyone's waiting for it. Like, any day now, I guess.
Like pack up like the Mayflower.
Yeah. So, well, I'll tell you what, guys. I think we set a record here for our longest show. I think this has been the longest we've ever been on. So we definitely set a record tonight.
Well, this is the last. Yeah, it's the last episode for season.
Yeah.
1 hour and 20 minutes almost. We're rolling here. You know,
we're rolling.
So I need to get like a drink, man. I'm like, damn, man. So, but let's see. Jets are still. We don't know who the Jets picked yet, man. But Washington is definitely on the clock. So. Yeah, man. Like, this is any surprises, guys, that you noticed in the draft so far? I haven't seen any surprises except for Houston trading up to get Will Anderson.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Houston shook everything up, man.
That's the only one.
I'm not too surprised about it because Arizona really didn't want that high of a pick. So, I mean, they need so much help that just taking someone at the top doesn't really benefit them none. You know, they need a lot of picks. They really got to rebuild that team. I'm very curious about Bryce Young. You know, I know everyone's talking about, you know, he's a generational talent, all this and that. But if you start looking at the history of Alabama quarterbacks in the NFL, it ain't that great. You know, Mac Jones, Tua, and even the Ohio State quarterbacks are a little suspect too. I mean, Cardell Jones, and you know, Justin Fields so far has probably been one of the better Ohio State quarterbacks. But there's a list of other ones that, you know, these guys play on dominant college teams, so they're gonna look good, but that's not always how it is. You always want to play the guy who had to struggle a little bit, or play on a team where they had to do a lot more work and get more experience. Sometimes you feel like they're the better, more prepared guys.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Well, anybody like any teams like really I mean, Houston, this might be like a stepping stone for them, obviously, but any teams like really make themselves that much better by any of these top picks so far? I mean,
I haven't seen anything. I mean,
not really.
It's pretty neutral. I mean,
yeah. It's flatline. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I seen better drafts.
Yeah,
Dwayne Haskins. Oh, I remember Haskins.
Haskins.
He's the one that died.
Passed away. On the highway, and that's a whole mess too.
Yeah. So
his
Jets
wife was
took a
suing everybody.
So they took William McDonald.
He's listed as edge.
Yeah, they all edge. I don't know what's going on with NFL.com.
He's listed as edge.
Yes, he is. Man, they must like to. That's crazy, man. We're almost there. Hang in there, man. Washington's like still on the clock. They probably got about 6 minutes left, 5 minutes maybe. So we're getting there. But
that Dwayne Haskins, I don't know if you saw. It was an article that talked about his wife was suing practically everybody for his death. Like they sued the insurance, they sued the car rental company because the car had some kind of defect that caused it to break down on the side of the road where he was at to start with. They said that someone drugged him and tried to take his watch. The reason why he was out, at 6 a.m. to start with, and had the ketamine, whatever, in the system. He was suing the dump truck driver that hit him because that guy was speeding and I think failed to notice he was in the street and then hit him and then kept going or something like it was like a whole bunch of stuff. I was just like, oh my gosh, he's suing like everybody for like a wrongful death on for his part. It was pretty interesting when I was reading an article about it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
It's Well, what do you think about the Eagles pick, guys? I mean, they had to get somebody from Hargrave. I mean, they also their defensive line is getting older, and so is their offensive line. So I think it's a smart pick, but
that's it for Fletcher.
Yeah,
bye to Fletcher. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, especially if this man is dominant as they say he is and whatnot. Yeah, I mean, he's just going to be, Fletcher. He knows it. That writing's on the wall. I gotta go.
Yeah, it takes Special K.
Man, that's funny. Oh my god.
All right, Washington pick is in. Here we go.
All right, let's see who they get here. The pick is in for sure.
Half who you want? Half who you want? It ain't take
long. They traded out.
Oh wow!
They traded
I don't know.
Would be funny.
Usually, if it ain't taking long, usually it means they trade out, but we'll see.
They hung their phone up in the war room.
They won a playoff game since 2005. Come on, Half. Come on, man.
Yeah,
since
man.
2005.
Back since Art Monk was the wide receiver. Man.
Gary Clark.
Yeah. Joe Theismann, and the Hogs, man. Yeah. Who was the running back that they had that was really good too back then?
Ernest Biner.
Yeah.
Ernest Biner.
Yeah.
No, one before that.
Yeah, the one before that too. God.
Well, yeah, Brian Mitchell.
Yeah, but there was another guy. But what was the hold on, I gotta look this up, man. Hold on. It's gonna kill me now.
He wants Levens. Okay.
Man, take Levens.
Man. John Riggins. That's who I couldn't think of. John Riggins.
Oh, that man, you're going way back.
How was I? Like,
I would.
Wait, top running backs.
More recent, like Stephen Davis and stuff like that. Way back to the 80s.
Hell, I'm bringing even for like Clinton Portis.
Riggo. Don't hate on Riggins. Come on, man.
No, Riggo was, he's a legend.
Hating, but you go back before you was.
Look, I didn't say Larry Brown. Come on, I'm not talking Larry Brown here. I mean, jeez, man. I'll tell you, man. Rough crowd, man. I'm trying to get a.
Yeah, what you gonna do? By the way, your birthday's tomorrow. What are you gonna do?
Man, I'm gonna do what Hef's doing right now. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, man. Birthday's tomorrow. I'm taking off from work. I'm enjoying it. I'm actually gonna record some music. I'm going out with the family, so a lot of good stuff, man. A lot of good stuff. So
happy birthday, since we're not gonna hear from you.
Thank you, man.
Well, Dad, you can text him, Jermaine. Jesus.
I know I'm getting old, man. It's like one of those things. Pretty soon I'm gonna start falling down the steps if I'm not careful.
Hey, Jay just backed you up, man. You just gonna throw him under the
I'm gonna throw him down the stairs.
Happy birthday.
Man, we've had a lot, man. Dre and I, we go back, man. When Dre had his birthday, I sent him those pictures of his 16th birthday party, man. I still remember that. That was incredible.
Yeah.
That was wild.
You put that on the text thread, didn't you?
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, oh man. Yeah, thanks, Hef. It's all good, man. So, all right. So, Patriots are on the clock, guys. Patriots are interesting because we don't know. I don't think they know where they're going right now. They don't know if they got a future quarterback. They don't know what they got at this point. So, what do you think, guys, on the Patriots here?
I don't know. I give the era is over for New England.
I mean, the Empire.
I think they'll go offense. I mean, their defense was pretty decent last year, but their offense was, but their offense also was bad because they had Mike Patricia and Joe Judge as coordinators. And
now we got Patricia. What kind of nonsense is that, Mike?
Well, at least he's on defense, which is what he was before, so at least you got him for the right reason. I mean, how do you make him an offensive coordinator? I mean, what kind of nonsense is that?
Yeah,
man.
So,
that's just like Juan Castillo, Sal. Remember Juan?
Oh, God. Yeah, Juan Castillo.
They got a cornerback.
It's a cornerback from Mississippi State, Emmanuel Forbes.
Who?
Okay.
What is his legs? Look at his legs.
Where's his legs? Is that what you said?
Mike,
look how skinny his legs are.
He's shaking my head.
Skinny,
okay.
Wow.
So Hef, that doesn't seem like you agree with that.
Yeah, man. I gotta see this kid. I gotta check this. I don't remember this guy.
Look how long his legs are. And skinny. Damn. He can tackle though. Look how big he is. All right.
So he's 6 foot.
Cornerback's a good pick.
He's real light, 166. So
cornerback's a good pick. They can use it. I'm not sure who their cornerbacks are. And then what's his name? I thought was off the team because he got in trouble. I can't think of his name right now. So yeah, cornerback's not a bad choice for them.
He's a big. You don't get a lot of corners that are that tall. How tall is he? Damn.
He's only 6'1".
He ran a 4.35.
He's 100, and he's real light. He's only like 166 pounds.
Okay, yeah, he need to.
His draft grades is 6.36. That's pretty good.
Oh, okay.
I heard the name.
That's got speed. So
that's the first corner to go, right?
No, Weatherspoon went.
Okay, that's right. Yeah. No, that's a good pick. Well, I give him credit.
There you go, Hef. The same old Washington.
He's saying he don't like it.
Man. Wow.
Can't be mad at quarterback. I mean, I remember last year with Sauce Gardner, and I was like, I don't know, but that turned out to be one of the best picks the Jets ever made. So, yeah.
Well, who was out there? I mean, who was out? Oh, he said he wanted Levens. Okay.
Yeah, he wanted Levens. So.
Yeah.
Man.
All right.
Well, everybody, thank you again. It has been a blast as always. Again, hit us up, that subscribe button on YouTube. You can check us out. And also, you can email us, of course, enoughsaidcrew@gmail.com. We are going to pick a steady day that we're going to do these podcasts. We will keep everybody posted what they are. But if you subscribe to us on YouTube, you get an alert every time we go on live or post another episode. So make sure you do that. Other than that, gentlemen, thank you very much. So thank you to everybody, all of Jermaine's cousins, his work people, of course, all the people on All Dressed Up. We appreciate you guys, and we will see you
shout out
soon.
to ADU. Yes,
that's right.
Shout out to ADU.
Look them up.
That's right. Yep, check them out. All right, everybody. See you in a little bit, man. Later.
All right, everybody.
Just later.
Take it easy.